Here we are at the entrance to the Cape Otway Lighthouse, getting ready to go in and have a look. The Cape Otway Lighthouse Station Heritage Precinct is an extensive site and includes Australia's oldest surviving lighthouse on the mainland. It was first lit in 1848 and is known as the Beacon of Hope. The Cape Otway Telegraph Station was built in 1859. It was built to facilitate a submarine telegraph cable, the first attempt to connect the Australian mainland with Tasmania. Unfortunately, the submarine cable was frequently damaged as a result of weather conditions in Bass Strait and was abandoned after 2 years. The station then became a signal station until 1902. At which point it became either a school, a post office, a Navy signal station and a lookout post during the two World Wars, and as additional quarters for lighthouse keepers and their families. Before the days of radio communication, signal flags were used to communicate with ships passing Cape Otway en route for Melbourne, Sydney and Brisbane. Each flag would represent either a single letter of the alphabet or have a specific meaning. These flags would be flown from the large flagstaff in front of the telegraph station.
Only one will come on, the other one's a standby in case the other one doesn't work. There's only 3 of those globes left in the world. We do turn the light on once a year around May for a festival. We have to get permission from the Maritime Authority so that the ships know. But once those light globes blow, that's it. We can turn the lamp, but we won't be able to emit light. So I don't know if you saw the box contraption down the front. It's just, that's the beacon down. So there is still a light that comes on at night, but it's more just for a visual aid because they've got their GPS and all that sort of stuff. So we're fortunate enough that the families of the lighthouse keepers still live in the area, and they formed a co-op and got the lease from the government and maintained it and made it all pretty and gave the public, like, because it's the state government land, they had it open, but they were letting everything fall to disrepair. You couldn't come up the lighthouse, so this is all being done by these people. Yeah. Even the stonework, the stonemasons knew what they were working with. They appreciated its properties. There's no mortar or anything between those rocks. They were all hand carved 6 kilometres away and brought over here and put together. In 1970, they wanted to make the lighthouse look pretty, so they painted it on the inside. And then they realised there was some cracks and stuff appearing. Hadn't been cracks for over 100 years. Why is this happening? They get a stonemason and he said, "Who painted it?" And they said, "Oh, we thought it'd make it look nice." And they said, "Well, you've suffocated the stone. It needs to breathe. It's porous." And they knew that. They knew what they were working with. So they had to scratch all the paint off.
Are these vents?
So what happened on that photo there in 1891, I think it is, they changed from, they used the whale oil as the fuel for the candle wicks in the lanterns. Then they went to vegetable oil. Then they went to kerosene. So when they went to kerosene, they got the new lamp. They took the top off, put the new top on, and that had the kerosene. Now with kerosene, you've got to be careful how you burn it. You've got to burn it as efficiently as possible, because their supplies are only coming 6 to 12 months. There's no definitive date because it depends on how rough the water is, because they're bringing it in by boat 6 kilometres away. So he has to have that light on every night, or he loses his job, or worst case scenario, there's a shipwreck and people die. So he has to burn that kerosene as if he's not getting supplies for another 12 months. So that this enabled him to burn it most efficiently, because he can control the oxygen into the room. So if you've had enough of listening to me, you're more than welcome to go down. If you do go down, go backwards like you're going down a ladder at the playground.
Go backwards. So face us and go backwards.
So just get, that's the way, you know what you're doing.
Type of whales we can see are blue whales, humpback whales, killer whales, or southern right whales.
During the late October in 1940s, the German ship the Bass sailed through the Bass Strait, laying multiple minefields. And this is one of the mines that an American merchant ship, the city of Rayville, hit 5 kilometers southwest of Cape Otway. After the sinking of this ship, the Royal Australian Navy swept the Bass Strait for the remaining mines. Some were destroyed while some washed up on the beaches along here. What are you up to, Nikolai?
This circle here, and it makes echoes. Hello! I hear someone.